Thank you. So I told Cole a while ago, had this little throat thing going on, so you might hear a little coughing. It'll be a little, I guess, an extra. But so I think I'm gonna stick to some blues, folk, and of course, original tunes. Actually, that's kind of what I like to play best anyway, so it works. Carry it to the captain till I'm gone, right where I'm going, right where I wanna be. John Henry was a still driving man. He died with a steel in his hand, right where he wanted to be. It's a long way to East Alabama, to my home, right where I'm going, right where I wanna be. Yeah. John Mississippi Hurt, that's about 5,000 years old, I think. Yeah, Noah was listening to that thing while he was loading up the animals. So I had the pleasure of coming down here and playing before. I got the best coffee in the world, no doubt.
that house over yonder, baby girl. Right where my baby should stay. Ain't been home to see my baby in 99 and one after eat. I said, wait a minute, there's something wrong in here. My key wouldn't unlock the door. I said, wait a minute, there's something wrong in here. My key wouldn't unlock the door. I got a bad, bad feeling. My baby don't live here no more. I'm pretty sure now. Well, I may well look back over yonder, way back up over that hill. Well, I may as well look back over yonder, way back up over that hill. And my baby won't love me no more. I know that a sister will. That's a fact. Ain't a single sun in the sky. The way it looks tonight. Side of the road, Jesus is crawling with the blood of two. Ain't no moon to be found, no one making a sound. Where have you gone? What have you done? Side of the road is crawling with the blood of two. I know you wanna make your mark, son, but this ain't what to do.
this room sounds so good in here, it's easy to get in a jam, you know what I mean? Thank you. Well, I mean, obviously, Red House is Hendricks, you know, and then that other thing was just a jam, nice and loose, you know what I mean? And this beautiful coffee. Do what? Oh, was that good too? I used to listen to Hendricks a lot when I was younger, and that's probably why I got a pedal board full of pedals, you know what I mean? And it's not one of those deals. You know, a lot of times when you see somebody like that, and you know what, man, I'm talking from what I've heard other people say, because this is not personal experience of mine. When I see somebody with something like that, I think, okay, well, they just like different stuff. You know, a whole lot of different stuff. But you know, and I've been told when other musicians see a musician, a guitar player or a bass player with a bunch of pedals or something, or even a singer, you know, because singers have all those pedals now. Some of them are cool, and I'm thinking about getting one of those weird delay things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, you know, I've been told that they tend to think that, you know, that person they have that because they're not, maybe they're not as good as someone else that might be playing guitar in place. It's just not a fact. I mean, you can turn them on, you can turn them off, or whatever. They all do something real cool. That Ibanez right there, that little tube screamer, that's a first year production on that. When I got that pedal, I was 16 years old. Went to my buddy's house, his dad's house up in Montgomery, you know, a couple hours up from where we are. And he was digging through his old stuff, and I was like, oh, that is awesome, because I seen Stevie Ray Vaughan playing with the same thing, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, you can have that old thing. And, well, man, I sold it when I was about 18, and then I bought it back when I was about 21 from the same guy. Yeah, it was ridiculous that I ever got rid of it in the first place, but I really probably in the past, maybe about 5 years, just really started appreciating it for what it is, you know. Yeah, they're cool stuff. But yeah, Hendricks always had those cool sounds, you know. You're like, how's he doing that? And then I found out that, you know, I'm from Opp, Alabama, population of -15. We had cable television when I discovered that there was such a thing, you know, that had like just a few channels on it, and I had never seen any video of Hendricks, and barely any pictures too, man, because Guitar World magazine was pretty much it, and Hendricks wasn't in every issue. Eric Clapton seemed to be, though. I'm just saying that's true. But yeah, when I think the first time I ever seen a video of Hendricks was I went and rented a VHS. Imagine that.
I remember those days.
You know, at the whatever it might have been, the VHS rental place or whatever, and I just seen a VHS sitting there and it had him on it. But I seen the guitar first, and it was the Monterey Pop. So that was really cool. And what is that? What is that thing right there? It didn't sound as good as I thought it would. Matter of fact, it was kind of horrible. Really? And I mean, if you take it for what it is, some of those performances are just god awful. I mean, they're, you know, but so are some of mine. I'm serious, but then you have that really good night, or you have a string of good nights, or you do a real good recording, you know, like what we did over at your place, and you can have 10 bad nights and have that one that is super awesome that you remember for 10 years, and that was the one that was worth it anyway.
Right, that's right.
And that's what makes, you know, a cool sound stay there forever. Yeah. Or I'm crazy, and they were right, and Clapton is God. You know?
100 candles burning as the salty sweat drips down her hips move, and I can feel what they're saying, swaying. See, the beast inside of me is gonna get you, yeah. Black lipstick stains a glass of red wine. I am your servant, may I light your cigarette. His lips smooth, and I can feel what they're saying, praying. Said the beast inside of me is gonna get you, yeah. Beg to some wishes, my Lord. Now close your eyes and let me love you to death. Shall I prove I mean what I'm saying? Begging, I said the beast inside of me is gonna get you, yeah. Let me love you to death. To death. To death. Am I good enough for you? Well, am I good enough for you?
That's typo negative on a single guitar. I wasn't really sure how that was going to turn out, but yeah. Thank you. Do you know Jeremy Warren? Have you seen him off my Facebook feed? So he did a cover of that on the acoustic guitar, and I've been trying to figure out I'm talking years. I guess it's Bloody Kisses came out how to cover a typo negative song because it's impossible. But what he did, and I kind of stole his arrangement there, because what he did was he just took the main parts and squeeze those together and kind of made like like I just did, like a folk transition. You know what I mean? Use the verse chords, and then at the end of it, you kind of that's the bread, and then you put the chorus, the peanut butter on it. You know what I mean? Just stack it like that. It sounded really cool, so I thought I would try it. I love that little that. It's a good transition. It really doesn't make any sense whatsoever because you got that A minor with a G on top of it. I guess it does. It's more like a horn part. Yeah, that's. Imagine that. Typo negative was jazzy.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So this MXR carbon copy, you know what I hate about that pedal? Is when I turn it off, it stops the trail. I mean, check it out. So you got the delay, right? But, and then it's just gone like that. It's just dead. How about some original stuff? That's cool.
Taking our time, I know we'll see just right. When you look right through my eyes, and I ain't never seen the rain just like today. So many black clouds in our skies. Oh, and I wish it would rain. I wish it would rain. And I ain't never seen no better days. And I don't think there's no lot of day left. And what you might find, you may as well just pick up and keep. And I ain't never seen no better days. I walk so tall, I know that I'm undressed. What if I can just let it all pour through? Where were you while we were stuck down in this muck? It's just a little bit too much, just a little bit too late, I think. I wish it would rain. Oh, I wish it would rain. And I ain't never seen no better days. And I don't think there's no lot of day left. And what you might find, you may as well just pick up and keep. I don't think there's no better days. Seen no better day. And I don't think there's no lot of day left. And what you might find, you may as well just pick up and keep. And I ain't never seen no better days. And
Thank you. By the way, that's on a CD that can be purchased.
All right.
It sure can.
We'll do one more and take a little break.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. That just means I get to get another cup of coffee.
That's right. See that blue.
Mm-hmm. We talking about a short one or a long one or a?
Whatever. We're just gonna take 10, 15, whenever you got that.
Okay.
No real structure to this, but we try to give you a little break here and there. So.
Alrighty, sounds good. One you've been seeing me with. Well, she done went off the cell. She done went off and lost herself. And I'm below zero, baby doll. Below zero, baby doll. All right, so I guess we're going to take us a little break. thought my MXR carbon copy had just said no. Texas. I like Texas, man. Texas is awesome.
Last man stand, survivor. Be the last man home. Be the last man stand, survivor. Be the last man home. All alone in the corner, you just kill a stare. Who's messing around in that corner, baby? He better say his prayers. Last man stands, survivor. Be the last man home. Be the last man stand, survivor. Be the last man home. And I wish that you would just try to look just a little bit more excited. Heading down south through the land of the pines, on my way out of North Carolina. I pray to God I see headlights. And I made it to the coast. In 17 hours, I picked a big old bouquet of dogwood flowers. And I'm hoping to Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Take my life, load it up in a truck, take it to a store downtown. I said, God, I'm the counter, can you help me out? I got a few bills to pay, and I'm a little short. It always seems like a sale that I'll get 'em out. When that day rolls around, I can't even pay my bills. How am I gonna pay the ticket at the pawn shop? I say it loud, ain't never coming back. Won't do this mess again. All I ever do is lose all I got. Is getting rich off broken memories. It always seems like I say that I'll get 'em out. When the day rolls around, can't even pay my bills. How am I gonna pay the ticket? At a pawn shop.
I hate getting an itch in your throat right in the middle of something. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get something out and it just doesn't work.
It happened.
Most awesome thing is when it happens in front of everybody in the world, right?
Show is over, close the storybook. There will be no encore. All the random hands I have shook, well, they're reaching for the door. I know I can be great. I know this loser's living fortunate. So you will love me anyway. Most were being good for goodness sake, but you wouldn't bother mine. You are more beautiful when you awake than most in a lifetime. Through the haze that is my memory well, stayed for drama. You paid for comedy. I know I can be colorful. I know I can be great. I know this loser's living fortunate. 'Cause I know that you will love me. 'Cause I know that you will love me anyway. I know I can be colorful. I know I can be great. I know this loser's living fortunate. You will love me. You will love me anyway.
That was kind of old school and kind of not. I can't remember when that song came on. It was came out. It was like that Rock Star. Remember that movie, Rock Star? Had Marky Mark in it. Yeah, dude. The Verve Pipe did that song for that thing.
Really?
Yeah, I really dug those guys back in the 90s.
They did the freshman, right?
Yeah. Man, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah, that was when I was learning how to play guitar, my rhythm song I learned how to play was "Push" by Matchbox 20.
Oh yeah.
The finger picking song I learned was that one by the Verve Pipe.
Yeah, freshman.
I remember.
They had a cooler song though. It was called Photograph. You remember that one?
That was the title track on the first track on
Yeah,
the CD,
yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh no! I think the name of that CD was it was the first track, but I think it was Enemies or Villains or something like that. Villains, yeah. Okay, that.
I remember that was the first one, because that was the jam.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it came in with that jazz organ.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I really dug that stuff. If you take all the stuff that I really like A lot of times you're going to find weird noises.
Yeah.
You remember Folk Implosion, Natural One? You need to check that song out. I was trying to figure out how to play that song by myself, and it's just not even possible. Even with the looper, it's not even possible. You can't get that going. Another really cool band from back then was Primitive Radio Gods. You remember those guys? They had that song, Standing Outside a Broken Telephone Booth with Money in My Hand. Had a B.B. King had a sample of him. I've been down hard, baby. I've been down hard. Yeah. It's good stuff, dude. I mean, real good stuff. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's such good stuff that I put some tape on my back of my guitar, and I put some of my favorite stuff on there. And that song is one of them on there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think the coolest song from the 90s is probably Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh, yeah. They're still remaking
Yeah.
symphonies and stuff, yeah.
I wish there was a way to do that song, really. I mean, it's got this cool, but there's no way to do that part and try to sing it. And then you got to put the other part on top of it, so yeah. Coffee break again.
with a circus smile, running free. Oh, and butterflies, zebras, and moonbeams, and fairy tales. That's all she ever thinks about. Riding through the wind. And when I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles. She gives them so free. And she says it's alright, it's alright. Take anything you want from me. Now anything. Just go ahead and fly on a little wing.
Hendricks, Stevie Ray Vaughan ish. Yeah, I love those big layers like that. You know, it's pretty cool. You know what's really horrible about the loop pedals though? It's really cool to lay a rhythm track and then play a little lead behind it, but when it's time to like tell the computer to stop, it's not a real smooth transition. You know, not a real smooth transition at all.
Do one more, take a little break.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's all they saw. The graveyard still affords. That's all they know. Where did they go? And how did they know? You don't have to have a whammy bar. Just bend the neck, right? Hey, how you doing? What's up? I kind of wish sometimes I was from this community. Well, I guess I kind of am. Kind of am. And we're not from here, but everybody's been real nice. I think the first experience we had down here was with Cole, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. I think we came and recorded with you, and then like directly after that played. Or yeah, I think you and Aaron hooked us up with that, and then Fish House, and then the horse farm down here. I can't remember those guys' name. Yeah, we played all over down here. You know, during that was pretty cool. Which I guess summertime's kind of over, and it's recording season, man. But it's kind of it's a little bit different in Alabama. Summer's always horrible for gigs, unless it's like a holiday. Yeah, it's always horrible because you got everybody that's coming down here, you know, and having a good time here and going out to the clubs here. Wintertime hits, they don't want to go too far because it's cold, I guess, yeah, but they will go somewhere, you know, a warm atmosphere or something like that, you know, and they'll go see bands play. Yeah. So it's we don't have so much of a different climate, but it does play in. Yeah, somewhat, yeah. But yeah, I am from Alabama. Dirt roads, as a matter of fact. So when I was young, my grandmother would play like Hank Sr. records and Vern Gosden and Waylon Jennings and all that stuff, right? And I never did like it. I really didn't. I mean, I just did not like most of that stuff that was going on. And then it was kind of weird because then Nirvana come out in like 93. Well, actually, it came out in like 88, but Alabama didn't catch Nirvana till 93. And then Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and all that come out, and I like playing that stuff. I love that stuff. Matter of fact, Pearl Jam is wow. The guitar player in that band is ridiculous. That's probably the reason I'm delay heavy on most of what I do is because of Pearl Jam. But what I'm getting to on that is as I got older and I listened back to it, even though Kurt Cobain was singing alternative rock, it had that Hank Sr. style of crooning. You know what I mean? Just that crooning, just blowing it out. And Chris Cornell sounds like a blues singer from Mississippi. You know, it's just paired up with that stuff. And Eddie Vedder's got that outlaw country way of slurring everything out, you know, and bringing it around. But I've come to find out that I really did love Charlie Daniels and Hank Williams Sr. and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. So I think maybe if I'd have got into playing that maybe when I was 13, I probably would have progressed faster than what I did. Because just to be straight up with you, that stuff's harder to play than Nirvana. You got to know what's up. There's a lot of stalls and starts and stops. No, country's not easy, and especially when you start talking about Southern rock and outlaw country is so weird because of the transitions. And I'm so used to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you listen to that stuff as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean with the counts and stuff. Non-musicians are listening, going, "Why is he counting? This isn't Sesame Street." So anyway, I'm gonna play some Charlie Daniels. I'm gonna try to. How about that? We got you got a fiddle? You play fiddle? Oh, come on, Cole. Next time, right?
Next time.
People say I'm a no good, I'm crazy as a loon. 'Cause I get drunk in the morning and get stoned in the afternoon. I'm kinda like my old blue tick hound, I like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got no money, but I dang sure got it made. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Preacher man talking on the TV, he's putting down the rock and roll. He wants me to send a donation, 'cause he's worried about my soul. Jesus walked on water, and that I know is true. Sometimes I think that preacher man like do a little walking too. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Well, a poor girl wants to marry, and a rich girl wants to flirt. A poor man don't go to college. That's not right, is it? A rich man goes to college, and a poor man drives a truck. Politician wants my vote, and a drunk wants another drink of wine. I want another coffee, and I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone. If you don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone. I don't know why that line is so hard for me to remember. Poor girl, rich man, poor man. I think he done that on purpose, so every person that tried to cover it from here on out to the end of time is got that confused. Cole just looked at me and said, "What'd you do with that pig?" I found that in the cheek is the best place to keep it. Just right in there, yeah. So don't ever borrow a pig from me. I've been chewing on it.
Love them. All those little chords, nice little colors, man. It's just so cool. It's very, very cool. Do what? Done did them all. Yeah. Tracy's over there. And well, I think, yeah. Yeah. Well, see, I was smart. I checked myself off. I put these things in a row so I would know. That's the reason I went through those papers again, to make sure that I went all the way through them. Yeah. You need to drink, one of those espressos. Or two of them. crossroad. I went down to the crossroad. I went down to the crossroad and hitched a ride. Ain't nobody know this place of mine. You can run till Willie Brown. You can run till Willie Brown. You can run till I think I'm sinking down. Lord, won't you save me? I said, Lord, won't you save me? I said, Lord, won't you save me if you will? And I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm standing at the crossroads sinking down.
Lord, won't you save me? I said, Lord, won't you save me? I said, Lord, won't you save me if you can? And I'm standing at the crossroads sinking in. I went down to the crossroads, down to the crossroads, down to the crossroads to hitch a ride.
This is it's horrible when I have a serious vintage Stratocaster sitting over here, right? I should be playing this thing, but I'm telling you right now, this is the best guitar I've ever picked up. Yeah, out of everything, Fenders, Gibsons, Ibanez's, whatever. The Indiana Guitar Company, yeah, they put these things out. Yeah, for about 10 seconds. Made the greatest thing ever, and then decided, oh, we're just going to drop it. Yeah, so, huh? Yeah, I guess so. If it's too good, you got to get rid of it. Maybe it's kind of like, was it Once Upon a Time Mexico? You know, Johnny Depp goes around and takes out the best things. Yeah, maybe that's what happened there.
Well, the train and grinder station running right on time, and them Tugger boys cooking down in Carolina. People down in Florida, they can't be still when old Lynard Skynard picking down in Jacksonville. People, they come from near and far to hear Cole play that dang guitar. So gather round, children, get down. Way, get down, children, get loud. Way, get loud, children, get proud. But proud you're a rebel, 'cause the South's gonna do it again. Rich bed sitting on a bed of hay. He ain't good looking, but he dang sure play. And LCC top, when you can't forget. Old brother Willie getting soaking wet. And all the good people up in Tennessee are digging Beverly J and the CDB. So gather round, children, get down. Way get down, children, get loud. Way get loud, children, get proud. We're proud you're a rebel, 'cause the South's gonna do it again. Proud you're a rebel, 'cause the South's gonna do it again. Jesus just left Chicago and then bound for New Orleans. Now Jesus just left Chicago and then bound down for New Orleans. Took a jump down through Mississippi. He turned all that muddy water straight to wine. He took a jump down through Mississippi. He turned all that muddy water straight to wine. And then out to California, through the forest and the pine, take us with you, Jesus. Now you might not see him in person, but they're gonna feel just the same. Now you might not see him in person, but they're gonna feel just the same. Now you don't have to worry, taking care of business, that's his game. That's his game. That's his game. Now Jesus just took Chicago and brought it all the way to New Orleans. Jesus took Chicago and brought it all the way down to New Orleans. Working it all the way down to New Orleans. New Orleans. Down to New Orleans. Down to New Orleans. Took a jump down through Mississippi. Turned all that muddy water straight to wine. Jumped down through Mississippi, baby. Turned all that muddy water straight to wine. It's a long way to East Alabama, honey, to my home. That's where I'm going. Right where I wanna be. John Henry was a still driving man. He died with that still in his hand. Right where he wanted to be. Take his hammer and get to the captain, tell him I'm gone. Right where I'm going.
Thank you.
Now we've hit 9 o'clock, but if you got one more in you.
One more, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I
Cool,
do.
let's do it. Let's do it.
I should have done this one at the first of the night. Yeah. I hardly ever use a pick, and how is it the one time I need a pick, it's on the floor?
Mean Mr. Monster says he's bored, alive in a district. Says he can't afford the French Quarter High. Says it gets old real quick. And he pulls up next to me, and it's scrawled on the pavement. It says, son, time is all the luck you'll need. If I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied, and I won't betray the things that I have. There's not enough years underneath this bell for me to admit the way I feel. Mean Mr. Monster said, don't be the wave that crashes. To a sea, discontent says he's wrestled with that blanket. It leaves you cold and wet. Any way you stretch it, sympathy. Disease of my youth. Just watch that you don't catch it. Well, if I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied, and I won't betray the things that I hide. There's not enough years underneath this bell for me to admit the way I feel. 'Cause I'm the wave that crashes into a sea that turns itself inside out. Every chance I do get is to see what it's like living in hell. If I stay lucky, then my tongue will stay tied, and I won't betray the things that I hide. Not enough years underneath this bell for me to admit the way that I feel. The meanest monster said, don't be the wave that crashes. I've had a great time up here with y'all tonight.
Brother, we sure appreciate you making the time to come out here and serenade us with your music. It's been quite the evening.
It's been fun, man.
Been a lot of fun.
We got to hang out, right?
Awesome.
Indeed. I guess if somebody's interested in hearing some of our original music,
Yeah, tell us where to go.
Facebook, www.facebook.com, blah, 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 the Corona 5. Or they can go to number1music.com, Corona 5. Actually, you can get on YouTube and just put in the Corona 5 and find a bunch of videos. 30A radio, right?
38 Songwriter Radio, that's right, absolutely. And you mentioned earlier a CD.
Yes.
How can someone go about finding out about that?
Well, what they can do is they can hunt us down to start with, or they can send us a message on Facebook.
Okay.
And we can figure out a way that they can either get it downloaded or, well, it's even cooler than that because it's got a cool picture from a gig we played in New Orleans. It's on the artwork, so they need the artwork. We can send it to them.
Sounds like a plan. Corona 5, everybody. Thank you.